Hey everyone, welcome to another video. Remember, if you love film, gaming, or television content, please consider clicking that subscribe button because today I'm going to be talking about Korea's submission for the Academy Awards, and that is the new Park Chan-Wook film, Decision to Leave. So, let's get into it. So, if you didn't know, Decision to Leave is a very critically acclaimed film from director Park Chan-Wook. Fun fact, this is actually the first film of his that I've actually seen in his filmography. However, I have really wanted to see some of his classics like Old Boy or The Handmaiden, but I do think this was a really good start because this is very well directed, and that is Decision to Leave's biggest strength. As I think how well a director's vision is translated to the screen is the single most important thing to a film's quality, I think that bodes well for this film. This won Best Director at Cannes, and after seeing this film, I understand why. Having such an interesting concept of a detective thriller intertwined with this romance is compelling, and the way it plays out is handled with so much care. I think this film was very carefully made so that every detail matters. And I'm going to admit, not all of it fully clicked with me, and I think it's just one of those films that you really need two watches before everything sinks in. And I think it does that in mostly a positive way. It's not overly confusing or frustrating.
That's a good sign.
I think the single greatest strength to Decision to Leave, however, was just how excellent this was when it comes to its technical elements, because it is incredible. This is straight up one of the best looking films of the year. The cinematography felt like it somehow just progressed and just kept getting better and better throughout the film's runtime, leading to a really stunning third act. I also think this is hands down the best edited film of the year. It is so creative with the way it inserts characters into situations and transitions from shot to shot. From just how technically sound this is, I can tell straight away that Park Chan-Wook is a director with a sense of style and clearly is a visionary when it comes to those editing elements. Then we have the performances, which are also excellent. The two leads played by Tang Wei and Park Hae-il were excellent. They have such great chemistry and they play off each other really nicely in many different ways. The way their relationship progresses is very interesting to watch as it is constantly shifting, and it really creates a conflict for Park Hae-il's character, Hae-jun. This conflict is really the central premise of Decision to Leave, and that's what makes it compelling as it hooks you. There is a specific scene in the middle of the film that becomes the anchor for the second half of the film, and it was brilliantly crafted in terms of its direction and performances. I also like as it explores that conflict in Hae-jun as he goes from being this very by-the-books detective who just wants to crack a case who is now conflicted by this romance. It's very interesting the way it plays out, and it is constantly shifting and evolving until this brilliant third act. In terms of negatives, I did have a couple of issues with the screenplay due to some inconsistent pacing at times. I felt like it would really build to a very interesting and profound moment, and then it would knock the film back to square one at times and build up to the next thing. And for a 2 hour and 18 minute long film, it did hurt my overall enjoyment just a little. As I said before, I did feel like some things went completely over my head, and I'm not going to fault the film for that at all, but I did feel like a couple of little aspects here and there were added to the arc that felt unnecessary, as the film was already making the point it really needed to make, and then it just adds another thing to show what has already really been presented to us.
You already said that.
Now, while I did have those nitpicks and some issues with the writing, I think the film ultimately heads to exactly where it needs to go to have the best possible ending. I enjoyed how everything came together, and I really think a lot of people will be stunned at how effectively this ends. I don't want to spoil this for you, but just know this isn't one of those films that fumbles the ending. It sprints through and will leave audiences talking further about how all these pieces came together to lead to a moment that really justifies why Korea will be selecting this for the Academy Awards. Overall, Decision to Leave is a truly great film that had some truly amazing moments. I just wish that if this was in a slightly tighter package, that it really would have nailed the key points it was trying to make a little more consistently, and it would have somehow made the truly great third act even better. I highly recommend this one to you, as I think it is really well directed and crafted, and it is hands down the best edited film of the year, and I don't think that will be topped. I'm going to give Decision to Leave a strong 4.5 out of 5, and it will be interesting to see how this film ages after a potential rewatch. I was going to go down to a 4 originally, but now that I've let it sink in, it just feels so profound and incredible that I just had to bump it up even more. Anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Decision to Leave. I'll also let you know that the Better Call Saul video that I've been working on for a long time is finally out now. I'll give you a link directly above me, so definitely check that out. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. In terms of what's coming soon to my channel, expect a hell of a lot more content, as I'll be starting my coverage for the Brisbane International Film Festival, and that will start with a review for the new Martin McDonagh film, The Banshees of Inisherin. I will also be doing a review for House of the Dragon Season 1, and my first annual Halloween Spooktacular, where I watched a ton of horror films for the month of October, and I'll be going through all of those, so definitely look forward to that content coming soon. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.